Hello folks, welcome to my channel Java Demystified by SSR. Here comes the question number 36. What are packages? How do we import packages in Java? Let's demystify this question. I have come to my Sublime text editor. Let's understand what are packages in Java. Package basically is a keyword and we can create packages in Java. And package is a grouping thing in Java. That means it groups certain related types. It's a group of related types. The related types that it groups are classes, and these classes can be abstract classes, exception classes, and etc. And it groups interfaces as well. These interfaces can be any interface or any other marker interfaces also. And interestingly, a package also contains sub-packages in it. That's how a package is a grouping thing. Just like in other languages, we have header files, where those header files, the .h files, are going to contain some functions in it. In Java, we have a package, and these packages will contain several classes, interfaces, and sub-packages. Let's see actually the Java API documentation. And if you see here, there are several other packages which are defined in Java base module. Java.io is a package which provides system input and output through data streams, serialization, and file system. That means this IO related to input and output contains the classes and interfaces which are necessary for input and output through data streams, serialization, and file systems. For example, if I open actually this java.io package, you can actually see a good number of interfaces defined here and good number of classes actually. And if I go to any of the class, for example, if I go to a class called file writer, where I can use this file writer to write it to a file, and there will be n number of methods like so these are all the constructors to create a file writer object, and then we have methods declared, and all other details of these methods will be explained in this particular API. Okay, so a package contains classes and interfaces, and in Java we have so many packages. So Java has a very rich set of libraries. You can see lang package and lang.annotation. This is annotation is a sub package of lang of Java package, and interesting packages like java.math, java.net, java.neo, and you can actually see java.text here, java.util, the most important package we use regularly. And we have several other sub packages of this util package, and etc and etc. So these packages are actually belongs to the base module, and you can actually see there are good number of modules, and all these modules will have the packages defined, and those packages will have classes and interfaces defined in it. So now these class and interfaces which are available in the package can directly be imported to our programs, our applications, and those classes and interfaces we can use. And usually the classes contains data members and methods. Whatever the method is of your interest, you can actually invoke that particular method and use in your program. Now all these classes and interfaces are already pre-compiled over there. That means directly you will get the .class files of these class and interfaces. So straight away you can use, and you can actually work with your problems or your requirements. And what are the benefits that packages are going to provide to us? So there are three benefits packages will provide to the Java developers. The first is by definition. By definition, what is the definition? Package is a grouping thing and which groups related types, right? By definition, what we can do is we can categorize these related types for easy maintenance. For example, we're developing an application where uh, you have to take care of customer related things, bank related things, and for example, card related things in a banking domain actually. So you can group customer group, card group, okay, and then bank group, etc and etc. You can actually categorize your things into a specific group. That group is nothing but a package, as we have seen in the Java API itself. So all utility classes were put into java.util package, all IO classes were put into IO package, and all network related classes and interfaces were put into java.net, and all JDBC, Java Database Connector related class and interfaces were put into java.sql. So in this way, you can actually categorize your classes and your interfaces into a group, so that you can actually easily manage those class and interfaces, because you have grouped them. Okay, so always when you categorize the things as per the group, you can actually and easily maintain that. Okay, so that is the first benefit by the definition. And the second is packages will enable us a second level of access protection. The access protection to the data is achieved through encapsulation. So encapsulation is actually wrapping up of data and methods into a single unit. Okay, if at all I have to access the data, I can access the data through the methods defined in that particular class. So that is the first level of protection that happens to the encapsulation. Now what we are doing, so these classes we are putting in a package. Now if at all I want to access those methods of that class, I have to first access through my package, and then I have to go to that particular class, right? So for example, I have defined a package, some XYZ, and in that package, I have a class X, and in that class X, I have the data members and methods defined. And anybody else wants to access those data of that particular class, they can access only through the methods. So that's what encapsulation says. And now that particular class was put in a package. Now they have to first access the package and then the class X. So that means XYZ dot X dot that particular method. So a second level of access protection is possible with the help of packages. So that is one of the advantage of the packages. And third and the most important benefit is resolving naming collision issues or naming conflicts. Okay, how it actually happens. So for example, there is a application that has to be carried out by a team of people actually. So one team sitting in one city, the other team sitting in other city. As an example, one team is there in Bangalore, another team is in Hyderabad, other team is in Noida, or maybe some other team in overseas actually. Now, when they are actually working for a particular module, so they may be creating the classes of their own actually as per the requirements. For example, the team sitting in Hyderabad writes a class X, and the team sitting in overseas also may be writing a class X. Okay, so when you integrate, what actually happens? So there are two class names called X, and that is not possible in an application, right? Because you will actually have a duplication. It's already X is already there. You will actually get an ambiguity in referring those classes. So now the simple way to solve this issue is using packages. The team sitting in the Bangalore can say, so Bangalore.x, for example, I'm saying, and the team sitting in Hyderabad can say Hyderabad.x, and the team sitting in Noida can say Noida.x. Now, the class X in Noida is different, the class X in Bangalore is different, and class X is Hyderabad is different, because their fully qualified names are different. So then there will be no integration issues. You can actually easily integrate, and you can actually make your application running without any issues. Okay, so this is about what is package and what are the advantages. Okay, so then how do we import packages? How do we import packages into our application? Okay, so in order to import packages, we have three ways. The first way is importing the whole package. The second way is importing only the necessary class or interface. And the third way is using the fully qualified name of that particular class or interface. As an example, if you see here, import package name dot star. Okay, so what happens actually when you say package dot star? Now we understand already package contains classes and interfaces. So now all the classes and interfaces are available for access in my application. Okay, so one important thing to be remembered is only the classes and interfaces are available for access, but not the sub packages. So if at all you want to access sub packages, and you have to put the dot and go up to that actually. As an example, see here, import java.io.star. Now all the classes and interfaces of this IO class are available because all those classes are pre-compiled classes and those are available directly. I can actually create an object of them and I can use in my program. For example, this IO has a sub package. That sub package is not available. If at all you want to get that sub package, then you have to say import java.io dot. For example, there is a sub package called some xyz, and you have to say xyz dot star. Now what happens? All the classes and interfaces of this xyz package are available for use. And if it has any sub package, if xyz is having any other sub package, that is not available for access. So that's the point we have to understand. So whenever we import package dot star, package name dot star, everything are available for available for access except the sub packages. The second way is import package name dot a specific class name. Okay, as an example, import java.util.date. So now what happens? Only the date class from the util package is available for use. Only this precompiled class date.class is available for use. Straight away I can use it. So what is the difference from first to the second? In the first case, everything is available for access, and in the second case, only the designated class is available for use. Okay, so this way of doing things actually is called explicit import, and the first way of doing is actually called implicit import. So I will be explaining in the program actually. And the third way of doing is using fully qualified name, FQN. So when you actually want to use a class or an interface of a particular package, in the third case, you don't require the import keyword. Without using the import keyword, you can actually access with its fully qualified name. That means its full name. For example, java.util.date, java.util.scanner, java.util.arrays. Okay, so those are actually the fully qualified names. So now, for example, if you can see java.util.scanner, scanner equals to new java.util.scanner. I am not using import keyword, and without using import keyword, still I can access the class and interfaces of a package. So these are the only three ways through which we can actually import packages to our application or program. Let's now see these things with an example. So I have my test.java. So what here I'm doing is I'm importing the util package fully. So java.util.star, and this is actually called implicit import. So because implicitly, automatically, all the classes and interfaces will get available to this particular application. Okay, and the second way, what I'm doing is I'm actually importing a console class in IO package, just a console class from IO package, java.io. IO package has several classes and interfaces, but I am interested only in the console class. And if I say this is actually called explicit import. Explicit import. Okay, so now I can use any of the classes or interface of util, and I can use this console class from the IO package. Now what I'm doing is Actually, I'm actually wanted to read name and age of the people, name and age of the user. So I'm asking system.out.println and enter your name. And in order to read the name, so there are other several ways. Since I am available with my util package, I know there is a class called scanner through which I can actually read names, integers, floats, doubles, and boolean values. So now I want to read a name. So I'm creating a scanner object, scanner s equal to new scanner of system.in, and through se.next method, which is used to read the strings, actually I can I'm reading the name that is entered and putting that into my variable called name. Okay, so then I'm displaying the name that has been entered. Your name equals to name. So this is how I'm using the scanner from util.star. Okay, so now I'm using this console class from the IO package to read the age, actually. So the console class has a method called a read line. By using read line, you can actually read input from a user, and whatever you read through read line method will be in the form of a string, actually. So now console c equal to system.console. So this is how a console object is going to get created. The console object is going to create with the help of the console method, which is available in the system class. That is a static method. That's how I am calling directly with the class name. And I'm saying enter your age, and age will be read through read line method. C.read line, we know whatever we read through read line method will be in the form of string, so I have to explicitly convert that into integer. So I'm making use of integer.parsent method. So parsent method is a static method of integer class, which is a wrapper class, which converts uh, string represented integer to integer. So later I'm displaying that age. So both implicit and explicit imports have been demonstrated here. And the third way actually is using fully qualified name. Now I am going to display today's date and time with the help of a date class, which is available in util package, java.util package. So here, even though java.util.star is available, what I'm doing is I am actually using fully qualified name to create this date object. So java.util.date. So it is a fully qualified name of date class. Date d equals to new java.util.date and system.out.println d. So here, because util package is available to me, I can straight away say date d equals to new date. That's also possible because already it is available. But I don't want to use like that. I want to use a fully qualified name. You can always do that. So java.util.date d equal to new java.util.date. So date object is going to get created, and actually I'm printing this date. Now let's see whether this particular program will compile successfully, and we are going to get the results as we expect. I'm actually compiling this. So I'm saying java c test.java, and it's compiled successfully. There are no issues. And when I run, actually, you can see it's asking me the enter name. So I'm actually giving a name as Java, and name has got printed through we have read through scanner, and it is getting printed. Now enter age. So what is the age of Java? So Java has come in 1995, and we're in 2021. So it's actually 26 years old. So I can say age is 26, and this 26 will be read through readline method and put into the age, and we are displaying that. And after that, we are actually printing the date as well. So age is 26, and the date is Friday, October 22nd, and the time is 7 hours 37 minutes 13 seconds, and this is IST, Indian Standard Time, and the year is 2021. So that's how the date object is going to get printed. Okay, hope you have understood clearly the question what we have actually posed. What is package, and how do we import packages into our application or program in Java? So if you understand this question clearly, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And also you can write your comments uh, regarding telling your requirements. So what you most like in actually Java, and if anything is missing, if you can actually make a request so that I can actually come up with a video on that. Thank you. So thanks for listening and stay tuned for more videos.